Hi students. How are you all? Hope everyone is great, right? Okay. So everybody, today's topic is very much interesting and today's class will be very much lengthy. 15-20 minutes की class होगी आज. Okay. So let me choose a good in color. Then we're gonna begin with our today's class. And by this topic and also by the thumbnail, you might have guessed that what we gonna be starting today. Yes, so we gonna be studying the cell membrane. Right, everyone? We're gonna be starting the cell membrane. ठीक है? हम अपनी cell membrane के बारे में पढ़ेंगे. This video, sorry, I'm saying this video. See, everyone, see this quickly. I have used this image in my last video too. See here, ये अंदर का सब cytoplasm है, आपको पता है. What is this layer? ये पतली सी layer, ये outer covering, ये क्या है ये everyone? What is this? ये outer covering क्या है? It is the cell membrane. Either you can say it's cell membrane or you can say it as plasma membrane. What can you say? Plasma membrane. ठीक है? Plasma membrane or the cell membrane. Okay, let me. Okay, cell membrane या फिर plasma membrane. तो सेल मेम्ब्रेन अब पढ़ते हैं व्हाट इज सेल मेम्ब्रेन. अभी मैंने बताया लाइक फॉर एग्जांपल ये मेरा सेल है, उसकी जो आउटर मोस्ट कवरिंग होती है दैट्स माय सेल मेम्ब्रेन. एंड सेल मेम्ब्रेन इज फाउंड इन एवरी सेल. सेल वॉल सिर्फ प्लांट सेल में होती थी, सेल मेम्ब्रेन हर एक में होती है. फाइन, राइट. सो द आउटर लेयर ऑफ द सेल, जो सेल मेम्ब्रेन है वो सेल की क्या है? आउटर लेयर है. सेल की आउटर लेयर क्या है? Cell membrane. So the cell membrane is the outer layer of the cell. Now let's talk about what are the functions of my cell membrane. What are the functions of the cell membrane? Take care. Okay. So number one, it protects the cell from any damage. Obviously, if it is the covering of the cell ka, if it is the outer layer, it's the covering of the cell, it will obviously protect the cell from any harm or any, damage, right? It will protect the heart from it will protect the cell from any damage to the cell. Clear? Now, it allows the entry and exit of only some selected particles. That is why it is also known as selectively permeable. ओके, सो जो हमारी अब सेल मेम्ब्रेन या जो प्लाज्मा मेम्ब्रेन है, जब ये जो हमारी मेम्ब्रेन है, द आउटर लेयर, उसका फर्स्ट फंक्शन था टू प्रोटेक्ट द सेल फ्रॉम एनी डैमेज. कोई भी सेल में डैमेज होती है, it protects the cell from that damage. Now, another point is that it allows the entry and exit of some selectively permeable ions, of some selected particles. Jaise, if this is my cell, only some selected particles can go in and out the cell. Okay, who decides this? The cell membrane decides कि which particle can go inside the cell, which particle cannot go inside the cell. तो सिर्फ वो कुछ particles को अंदर और बाहर जाने देती है, जिसकी वजह से हम उसको क्या कहते हैं? Selectively permeable. Clear? Then it separates the cell and its content from other cells. It separates the cell and its content from other cell. अब मेरा एक सेल है, इसके अंदर का कुछ मटेरियल है. से ओके, लेट मी जस्ट इरेज ऑल द इंक ऑन द स्लाइड. देखो ना, इस सेल है, इसमें मेरा कुछ कंटेंट है. आई हैव सम पर्टिकुलर अदर सेल्स आल्सो इनसाइड दिस सेल. ओके, नाउ अब अगर मेरी ये नहीं होगी, अगर मेरी ये आउटर लेयर नहीं होगी, देन जो अंदर का साइटोप्लाज्म है वो लीक हो जाएगा, वो बाहर निकल जाएगा सेल के। अगर ये मेरी लेयर नहीं होगी, इफ आई वोंट हैव दिस ब्यूटीफुल कवरिंग लेयर, इफ आई वुड नॉट हैव द the cell membrane, then it's very obvious that the particles, that the liquid inside this can easily come out of the cell, है ना? It is very much possible. Obviously, if you will not have your cell membrane, then obviously there would be no boundary, means the liquid can easily get out, means all the organelles of the cell would be leaked. All the organelles of the cell will come out. Sare organelles will come out of the cell. What will happen? The cell will die. If I have one cell this over here and one more cell over here, if I remove this plasma membrane of this, obviously this fluid will come out and it will mix with this. If I will remove this also, they both will get mixed and no cell will sustain, right? So it protects the cell. It protects the cell. It packages everything. It protects. It forms a boundary so that the cytoplasm and its content does not spread out, ताकि अंदर का जो भी ये है सारा liquid and its organelles, ये सब बाहर ना निकल जाए, so that it does not get out of the cell, so that it does not get out of the cell. Okay, clear everyone? Okay. It also forms a protective covering of the cell, as I told you, right? Now, functions, are the functions of the cell membrane clear to you, everyone? So what were the functions? First, it protects the cell from any kind of damage. Then it allows the entry and the exit of only some particles. That is why we say it's selectively permeable. Then it separates the cell and its contents from other cells so that the content at the cytoplasm does not get leaked. Also, it forms a protective covering of the cell. Clear? Okay. Now let's talk about the composition of the the cell membrane. So my cell membrane, the cell or the plasma membrane, it is made up of phospholipids. What is phospholipids? This will be the question rising up in your mind, everyone. Right? Okay. So everyone, yes, it's a question to you that what is phospholipid? Quickly, I'm giving you 5 seconds to search on Google and then tell me. You can write in the comment section if you want, okay? Have some searches, okay? Search yourself quick. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, fine. Have you Googled it? Good. Good, everyone. Good. Now, what are phospholipids? अब देखो, listen to me very carefully. Phospholipid अब होता क्या है? This phospholipid is made up of two words. It's made up of two words. Phospho and lipid. It is made up of two words. Phospho and lipids. Able to see? Nice and clear? Phospholipids. ठीक है? Phospholipids. जहाँ पे phosphor means proteins. ठीक है? Phospho means proteins and lipids means fat. So the cell या फिर the plasma membrane is made up of phospholipids. And what are phospholipids? Phospholipids is the combination of proteins and fats. And what is lipid? Lipid is fat. Okay. Yes. Now I hope till here it's clear. Now you are clear with the functions. Now you're clear with the functions and the composition of the cytoplasm, right? Yes, now let's talk about diffusion and osmosis. Okay, now as I told you, if this is my plasma membrane, okay, it's made up of phospholipids, okay, they are like solely attached, like see, okay, okay, my this is made up of phospholipids. Now I know that selective things will only enter in and out. सिर्फ कुछ ही चीजें अंदर and बाहर जा सकती है, right everyone? Okay, so only some things can go in and out the cell. Now when water, जब पानी जाता है ना सेल के अंदर, when the water molecules go in या फिर out of this plasma membrane, that process is called osmosis. What is that process called? Osmosis. So what is osmosis? Osmosis is a process when water molecule it passes from in or out the cell. ये आपकी प्लाज्मा membrane and इसकी sense में बात हो गई. If I talk about osmosis in chemistry sense or in normal sense, if I talk, osmosis means when the water molecule flows from a higher concentration to a lower concentration. That process is called osmosis. जब water molecule एक हायर कॉन्सेंट्रेशन से लोअर कॉन्सेंट्रेशन में फ्लो हो रहा है, उस प्रोसेस को आई विल कॉल osmosis. Osmosis is a process in which the water molecule the water molecule it passes, or it flows from higher concentration to a lower concentration. Okay everyone, to a lower concentration, this is known as osmosis. Okay, let's read it. When the water molecule passes in या फिर out from the membrane, this is called osmosis. In other sense, basically when the water of the molecule higher flows from a higher concentration to a lower concentration, that is known as osmosis. Okay, higher to lower, that's my beautiful osmosis. Next is diffusion. अभी हमने बात करी कि जब वाटर जाता है हायर कॉन्सेंट्रेशन से लोअर कॉन्सेंट्रेशन में. नाउ इफ एनीथिंग एक्सेप्ट देन वाटर, you have so many molecules around you. If I say I talk about oxygen, ठीक है, if oxygen goes in goes from a higher concentration to a lower concentration, that's my diffusion. Okay, and yeah, I'm gonna give you a good example. Say for example, you were sitting in your room, and you were sitting in your drawing room, and your father lighted incense stick. Let me type it. ठीक है, somebody in your home lighted the incense stick या फिर अगरबत्ती. ओके, उन्होंने इंसेंस स्टिक को लाइट करा फॉर एग्जाम्पल. अब क्या होगा, आफ्टर सम टाइम इसकी जो फ्रेगनेंस होगी इंसेंस स्टिक की, दैट विल रीच यू, वो आपके पास आ जाएगी. से मैंने अगर एक रूम में यहाँ पे आई आई ignited the incense stick, this fragrance gonna reach you somewhere here. Or when your mother is preparing beautiful food for you in the kitchen, you get to know about that. How? Because that smell, that fragrance comes to you, right? So आती कैसे है ये, this is the question. ये पूरा process जिससे आपके पास आती है, the process when this air transfers from a higher concentration, जहाँ खाना बना है, that the concentration is high, and where you are sitting the concentration is low. In this case, the air is passing from a higher concentration to a lower concentration. And this process is called diffusion. Clear? Okay, so diffusion क्या होता है? Is a process in which air या फिर any other molecule it passes from a higher, yeah, let's see, अगर plasma membrane की बात करते हैं, from plasma membrane, that's known as diffusion. Then in other sense, basically when the air या फिर any molecule transfers या फिर passes from the higher concentration to the lower concentration, that is known as diffusion. Okay, what is it known as? Diffusion. Fine. Okay, so I hope that the concept of osmosis and diffusion is clear to you. Osmosis and diffusion clear है? Is osmosis and diffusion वाला concept clear to you? Thank you everyone if it is clear to you. Now we're going to be talking about solution. आपको पता what is a solution? When you mix, when you have a solvent and you have a solute, you mix them, you get a solution, right? Right? अब solution के types: isotonic, hypertonic, and hypotonic. Right? It's based on solute solvent. ठीक है, जब आपका solute is the one which is present in less quantity. Say for example, if I have a glass of water, यहाँ पे I have water, I mix in salt. ठीक है, I have salt. Yeah, for example, here I have a glass, उसमें I have water and I have some salt. I add in salt. When they both will mix now, here it will form a solution where the salt is the solute and the water is the solvent. Okay? So the thing in which the solute is getting dissolved is my solvent. Okay? So when my solute is more, मतलब जब मेरा, for example, salt ज्यादा है, when मेरा solute ज्यादा है, for इस केस में अगर मेरा salt ज्यादा है and water की quantity is less compared to the salt, then my solution would be hypertonic. Where hypertonic solution में there is more solute and less solvent. ठीक है, hypertonic solution में more solutes less solvent. यहाँ पे नमक ज्यादा, पानी कम है. Whereas in hypotonic solution, जो मेरा solute है, that is in less quantity, but the solvent is in more quantity. Means here my salt is in less quantity and the water is in more quantity. Clear? But in isotonic, both are equal. Okay? Equal. Fine? Now what happens? In hypertonic solution, when there is more solute and less solvent, what happens? The cell, because in outside there is inside inside you, आपके पास जो अंदर है हाइपरटोनिक सॉल्यूशन में ना, आपके पास क्या है कि अंदर जो वाटर है वो लेस है, जो वाटर है वो लेस है. सो इट विल गेन वाटर, उसको बाहर से वाटर मिलना चाहिए, बिकॉज इन अ हाइपरटोनिक सॉल्यूशन जो वाटर है वो आपका कम होता है, उसको बाहर से गेन करना चाहिए. राइट एवरीवन, इट शुड गेन मोर वाटर. राइट. Okay, something has happened. Just a minute, everyone. Just a minute, just a minute, just a minute. Yeah. So, where did my that pen go? Yes. What is happening? What is happening? Wait, everyone. Yeah, fine. Working. ओके, या अब जब मेरा हाइपोटोनिक सॉल्यूशन है, बिकॉज यहाँ पे वाटर लेस है, बिकॉज देयर इज लेस वाटर, द सेल विल श्रिंक। ठीक है, सेल जो है मेरा वो श्रिंक हो जाएगा, द सेल विल shrink. Okay, the cell will shrink because there is less water. But in a hypertonic, acha, here this is my hypertonic wala solution, in which the cell shrink because उसके पास water less था. In this case, because इसके पास water बहुत ज्यादा है, the cell will swell up. देखो इधर, hypotonic solution में क्या हुआ, because it had more water, इसमें क्योंकि ज्यादा water था, तो ये क्या हो गया, swell हो गया. Hypo, you can remember like this, hypo, hippopotamus, right? That's because hippopotamus is I mean, large, fat, swell up, like in the same way you can remember hypotonic, the cell in the hypotonic solution is swelled up, whereas if we talk about hypertonic solution, in that case the cell is shriveled or shrinked. ठीक है, here we have taken RBC. Okay, you can see now, see this isotonic solution, nothing is happening, it's equivalent. Okay, it's equivalent. Here I have my plant cell. मैंने आपको बताया ना, when in hypertonic solution, when the plant cell it gets shrinked, what happens? Plasmolysis, right? Okay, so with this we have covered our your cell membrane wala concept. Okay, with this we complete our today's lecture. Gonna meet you in the next lesson, that would be on nucleus, my favorite part of a cell. Okay, so till then, keep revising the topics and your homework. Subscribe to my channel, like the video. Okay, right, everybody. Till then, take care and bye.